A lot of the conversation about pregnancy and about life is focused on birth. The conversation ends once the birth happens, and then you're pretty much on your own. And the result of that is that in America, we have really bad outcomes when it comes to what happens after the birth. Well, now some people are sort of looking to the way they do it in other countries and trying to replicate a little bit of the postpartum care that's available, sometimes at high prices, sometimes given by the government in some of these other countries. And we want to talk about this. But first, we do want to let you know about maternal mortality in the US compared to other countries. Take a look at this chart. It is just worlds away. I mean, you can see, between New Zealand and France, very different outcomes, but we're lapping France, we're lapping Canada. It is a dangerous thing to give birth here in America, and much more needs to be done. But in other countries, they do take it more seriously. Even in France, new mothers receive 10 sessions of pelvic floor therapy. In the Netherlands, a postnatal care specialist comes to your home for the first 8 to 10 days after you give birth. In Korea, subsidies are given for postnatal and postpartum care. In fact, in Korea, postpartum retreats are popular. Some are very expensive. There are government options as well. And so during this crucial period that is not only dangerous, like you can die, the child can be at risk. It's also just very difficult and people need help. I remember the first few days after Reina was born. I remember being up in the middle of the night that she wouldn't go to sleep. We have no idea what's gonna happen. Both of us feel like we're gonna pass out at any second. And there's nothing. We literally were texting you, Francesca. Do you know anyone that can help us right now? Well, in other countries.
And you didn't even squeeze her out of your hoo-ha.
I didn't. I wanted to, but I was denied that opportunity. Meanwhile, you have like a live-in care specialist who takes care of you and the baby for a week and gives you advice and all that. Yeah, I can see why that would be helpful.
The video will continue in just a moment, but first I have a message for you. TYT needs your help. Membership is vital to survival, so please go to tyt.com/team and become a member today.
What do you make of all this?
I mean, it's so overlooked. It's just wild how much we pretend that we care for mothers, we pretend we care for life, we pretend we care for babies, and yet we absolutely do not support them once babies are born. And it's all like, oh gee, I hope you have the money to have a 24-hour nurse. I hope you have the money to hire a lactation consultant so you know how to nurse. I hope you have the money to have, pelvic floor exercises so your gut doesn't start leaking out of your where, and you don't pee yourself every time you laugh. I hope you have the money to basically take care of yourself and your entire family. It is so punitive and financially punitive. And not only that, but you don't have doctors coming to take care of you or your baby at your house. You gotta, and you remember this, John, like a week, you've gotta take your brand new baby in the car seat, in the car, drive them, and then wait in a doctor's office for like an hour, right? Yeah. Everyone's upset. You can't, your crotch is on fire. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't remember that part, but.
Well, you know what? I tried to go on a walk too soon and I was like, oh boy, there is more damage down there than I thought. We need a whole damage report for what happened down there. But it's truly cruel. And to say nothing of the mental toll, right? And the amount of postpartum depression that exists internationally, but definitely in this country without the proper health care and mental care.
Yeah, and like if you care about life, if you care about babies, if you care about families, nuclear families, this would be a great way to take a lot of the strain and pressure off. And there's definitely an appetite. There's a company that started up that's providing this sort of like retreat thing. It's like $1,600 a night to be taken care of. They make food for you, all that stuff. They have specialists. It has a 4,000 person wait list. And so the thing about that is it's available for enough money, which means this incredibly difficult time can be easier if you have an insane amount of money to spend on it. So the rich will have a lot of help, as they do in every other area. But if you're just a regular person, a working person, you're very likely on your own, and you're very likely going back to work almost instantly. We gotta do better.
Yes, can you just quickly go to graphic 3? Because I don't know if you put it up there, that like,
sure,
that most in this country, you could read.
Yeah, so the only postpartum care that most people get in America is a 6-week checkup. So 6 weeks, you've already been through a lifetime of trouble. An appointment that nearly 40% of women miss. Wow. We also have a maternal death rate 3 times higher than any other developed nation, and a rate of postpartum depression that hovers around 20%. That is not rare.
No, yeah, and I just wanted to say that, that 6 weeks is often to be like, oh, are you okay to have sex again? Cool, bye. And you're like,
that's the most important thing, obviously.
What are you? Yeah, obviously. And yeah, 40, I didn't know, John, that's crazy. 40% of mothers, but that makes sense. You're so busy with so many other things that to go to your appointment, it's like, that seems like not important.
And again, you probably are working as well.
Yes,
as well as having a child. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.